All right, go.
Hi, my name is Jude Whalen, and today I'm going to teach you how to fold uniforms correctly. Awesome. Follow me right here. Okay. These are some of the uniform carts that we use in Sycamore Marching Band. This is my section's uniform cart. I'm in the low brass. And let's see. Let me see if I can find. I swear it's here. No, that's not. This is my uniform, and today I'm going to teach you how to fold it correctly so that it looks as beautiful and wonderful as this and all of the rest of the low brass uniforms. Okay, it's good.
All right, it's recording.
Okay. All right, this is your uniform. There are three main parts to your uniform. Part one I'm gonna call the big hanger. Part two, I'm gonna call the little hanger. And part three, I'm gonna call the Shako box, all right? First, I'm going to show you how to correctly get the big hanger together.
We are rolling.
Awesome. So, this is your bib. This is what you're going to wear underneath your jacket, underneath most things. This is what looks like your pants. Now, at the end of a show, after you finish the show, you're going to need to fold this up. And you're not going to just fold it in half and half again. No, that's bad. If you do that, you will get publicly shamed. That is not good. Instead, you have to fold at the seam. What is the seam, you ask? Well, if we look at this leg right here, you can see that there's a crease down the front. You see the two creases down the front? There's two creases. The front and the back. Yes? Those are what we call the seams. The way that I fold the seam is I do this. I take these two shoulder straps and I hold them almost like a purse, except they're in one hand. And then I usually try to lay it down on a table, okay? Now once it's on a table, or once you have it held up like this, what I do is I hold on to the zipper and I hold on to the back. It should be the exact opposite, okay? And I make sure that it looks like this, so that where it's sewn together is right the biggest thing that you see, okay? The next thing that I do is I check to make sure that it's folded along that crease in the front. You see that? Wonderful, wonderful. After that, I just fold it in half like any normal pair of pants. You have to make sure that it's folded along that front seam, not the sewn seam. That is wrong, and that'll make you look bad. And if you look bad, then you will not ever be able to march again in your entire life, I think. So anyways, so now how do you get your bib onto your hanger? Well, like any normal pants, you will, can you hold this, Mr. Camera? Thank you. You will take your hanger and put the pant legs in it and just drape it like a pair of nice pants. Remember, the seams, not the crease where it is sewn, have to be folded. So it should look something like this, with a little hole with the shoulder straps. Okay, so step two of the big hanger is your jacket. And your jacket has to go on a very specific way. Do you see how there's this white on the front? Yes? And do you see how there's a name right here? Those have to go against each other. So you're going to take your jacket and put it on the hanger, but it's going to feel like it's backwards. So do you see how the name and the white are together? So now you're going to take it, you're going to zip it up. There we go. Fast and furious. So now if you look, we have a properly folded bib where it's folded on the seam, and a jacket that's the right way around. If this is backwards, you won't be able to see your name, and that is not good. We don't like that. Okay, now it's time for the next part.
Go.
Okay, now it's time to hang up using the smaller hanger. So this is going to be your gauntlets, what goes on your wrists, and your hat wrap, what goes on your hat. So these are your gauntlets. You should have a left. You should have a left gauntlet and a right gauntlet. You can tell because in this little tag, there's GL or G right, GR. So what you do to hang them up is you can see that there's Velcro. Take a rough side and you take a soft side. You Velcro them together just like this. So now this is a little gauntlet marriage. They're all happily married. Okay. So you're going to take these gauntlets and you're going to, much like the bib from earlier, drape them into the hanger. It doesn't really matter which way they're turned. I prefer to turn it so that it's a bit less sticking out this way, so that it's more just contained. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your hat wrap. You see this hat wrap? And you're going to take the small side and you're going to clip it so that the straight edge is on the outside. So the same thing with the gauntlets. You're going to clip it right here. It's all contained inside of the hanger, so nothing is poking out. So here's your hat wrap, and here are your gauntlets. They look very nice, just like all of you. Okay, it's time for the third part. Here we go.
I think it's rolling.
Okay, it's time for the third part. And the third part involves your Shako. But I can't find my Shako. Can you tell me where my Shako is? Oh,
I think it's up there.
on my head? You found my Shako. Good job. Notice what I didn't do. I did not touch this metal part. You never touch the metal part with your hands, because that can make it greasy and look bad. And we don't want to look bad. Remember that. Okay, so this is our Shako, and this is our hat box. With our hat box, we take our Shako, we flip it upside down. Don't touch the chrome. You put it down into the hat box. Then, what I usually do, and what you should do, is take your gloves. I have a lot of gloves from past years. Just put them in to your Shako just like that. That way, it's all self-contained. Then, fold up your Shako box. How I do it is I do that one way that you see all over the internet, where you go 1, 2, 3, and then tuck it underneath for 4. So it's nice and self-contained. It won't open up, especially on long bus rides and things like that. So after that, now you have your Shako box, you have your small hanger, and you have your big hanger.
Go.
Okay, now it's time for the final step, which is hanging your clothes back onto the cart. Ready? Here we go.
I do the jumping.
Okay, so now it is time for us to put our uniforms back on the uniform cart. Step 1, what I always like to do first, is I take my Shako box, my hat box, make sure my name is on the outside, and I just place it up here. Be gentle with them for the most part. But make sure your name's on the outside so you can see it. Step 2, take your big hanger with your jacket and your bib, and you put it so that your name, which is facing out, is on the left side. Okay? And you put it on. And then you take your small hanger and you put it behind your big hanger. Don't put it in front, or else it'll make things really confusing because you won't know whose gauntlet is who. And that's happened to me. That's never a fun thing. Now, if you are a sousaphone, that's a little bit different, because on your small hanger, instead of having a hat wrap, you'll have this green bag. And in that green bag is this little French boy hat. You're gonna put your little French boy hat in the green bag and use that instead of a hat wrap. But again, put it behind your uniform. Okay, so let's just review for a second. When we're back at the cart, we put our hat box on the cart with our name facing out. We put our uniform first and the small hanger behind. And it helps if you put the uniforms either in alphabetical order or in order by section. That's something that you can figure out with your cart captain, okay? So hopefully, if you use all the steps that I gave you today, you'll have a very seamless, very easy, uniform job. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Cool.
Is that it?